My Guilt Will Not Purify Me is one of the 5 disturbing Roblox games I will be covering today, and it will traumatize you to death. It's been ages since I've left my room. How long have I been laying here, just rotting? Honestly, I've started to lose track of time. The drinks, the isolation, it's all getting to my head. That and the thing that happened too. It's why I started recording everything. Can't risk forgetting it all. The game begins with you in your rundown apartment. There's litter everywhere, with chairs also being knocked down. Black bags and bottles cover your room, showing how neglectful you are of your hygiene. You most likely drink your sorrows away with alcohol. The room makes us feel sick. Who would have thought? So you make your way to the bathroom to clean your face. The mirror is smashed, and there is also a knife in the sink, which is strange. You then hear a door open on its own and decide to enter. Oh right. Her. She deserved it. There is a body. You must have murdered her. Every stab was justified. Every. It's what she gets for trying to leave me. I didn't want to do this, but she made me. She wanted to leave me in the dirt. How dare she? After everything I've done for her. It's all her fault. All of it. I hate her. Hate. Leaving the body, you decide that it's best that you have a walk to the park and try to calm down. When entering the stairwell, you meet a drunk man sitting on one of the steps. He's crying as he has nothing left, drinking himself into misery. You leave him there and carry on walking. When going down the street, you hear a noise, ringing from a phone. You can find it on the pavement and pick it up. It's messages between you and someone named Jane. She wants to see you, but you ignore her and just say you are busy. Carrying on down the road, a phone starts to ring again, and picking it up, there are more messages between you and Jane. She asks if you want to get coffee, but apparently you're not feeling well today. Is that true, or are you just ignoring this poor woman? You finally make it to the park of Nulligrad, and can see an alcohol bottle on the floor. There's also another phone. Jane yet again is asking to meet up, this time at the park. It used to be your spot together. However, you just say that you're busy with stuff. What a lame excuse. There's also a picnic blanket you can walk up to. Seems like you used to eat with Jane at the park, but now you just ignore her. Picking up another phone, the messages become more assertive, with Jane asking why you are being so cold to her. Why are you ignoring her? Did she do something wrong? You just reply, asking her to stop being annoying and leave you alone. Why are you acting this way towards her? You decide to leave the park and just go home. You have had enough. However, as you walk down the street, a woman's dark figure can be seen in the distance. After she disappears, you decide to try and find her, going down an alleyway. You also find a poster put up by the police in search of a man named William, who is suspected of murdering his fiancée, Jane. It's the same man as the one we saw in our stairwell. He killed the woman that you have been texting. You then find Jane on the swings. You pick up the phone that is beside her. It's her messaging you repeatedly, asking why you hate her, and she addresses you as William. You killed Jane, and now you are going crazy. You enter another alleyway and find yourself bashing your head against the wall. This is all your fault. You ruined us. You ruined everything. You and your depression, your self-isolation, your constant need to be pitied, to be felt sorry for. Are you happy now? My fault? Mine? You haven't changed. You never will. Even after everything, you blame everyone but yourself. You're the one who picked up the knife. You're the one whose ego couldn't take her leaving. 2 lives are ruined, and you only think about who's to blame. We deserve this. We had this coming. Prepare for consequences.
I'll make us pay. I'll burn it all down.
You then enter a forest path within a park. There is a missing poster you can find for Jane. More images start to flash on our screen, painting a picture of the night of Jane's murder. You are drunk, annoyed, so you picked up a box cutter and murdered your fiancé. Please stop, I beg you. Get out of my head! Jane's missing posters start to spread across the forest, as a constant reminder of your guilt. You make your way to a bench and find yourself sitting next to Jane. Jane, can you hear me? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. It's all my fault. All of it. I miss you so much, Jane. Ever since I've lost you, I've become a lifeless husk. I need you. I can't go on like this. I'm so guilty. I hate myself. I hate what I've done. Forgive me, please.
William, your guilt will not purify you.
No, Jane. Please forgive me. Don't do this. I'm sorry. Please, Jane. Jane!
No sleep of the innocent, not for you. Did you forget? You had blood on your hands, on your lips, on your teeth. Smile for the cameras, William. Retribution bears its righteous teeth again. Yearn for punishment, for the just, for the sins tangle around your spine like a withered rose. Its thorns a constant reminder of your mistake. Embrace the retribution. Do not resist. Crucify me in your mind, and worship me as your redeemer, the one destined to unshackle you from the weight of your guilt. You enter The Other Side, an alternate dystopian reality, a reference to Silent Hill. Everything is red and distorted now. Please stop this, Jane. I'm sorry. I need to get away from here. Back to my home. You decide to make your way back home. You gained a taste for blood when licking your own wounds. You cannot escape your sins.
Jane's missing posters have become disturbing, showing her corpse reaching out to us.
Look what you did to me, William. You know what you did. Do you regret it? Are you ashamed?
You start to find box cutters on the floor, a reminder of the weapon you used to kill your fiancée. As you enter your apartment, bottles litter the floor. It's a reference to the fact that you are a drunkard murderer. Entering the apartment, you have a choice. You can kill yourself out of your own guilt.
Do it. Everyone will be happy.
You can report yourself to the police, or you can beg for forgiveness. However, whatever you decide to do will not take away the fact that you killed Jane. Bad Things is a 3-hour-long Roblox horror game that looks at how obsession and the need to leave a legacy can cause a friendship to break and your mental state to deteriorate. The game begins with you outside, and as you explore, the world loses its colour. You find a hallway leading to your apartment, where you can find yourself sitting at your desk. And when interacting... What was that about? This takes you to the next chapter, where you are sitting in front of your friend Andrew, discussing the game he is developing. Your name is Ivan, and you tell Andrew how his writing for the game is bad, and how you have actually been writing a script for it in your spare time. In your room, you can also find the axe you used at the beginning, hanging on your wall. When showing it to Andrew, he refuses your help. He just wants to work alone. You are not happy about his decision. Skipping to chapter 4, you find yourself within Andrew's home. He's cooking you both dinner, and you discuss the fact that Andrew may lose his home due to not making enough money from developing games. He then requests that you go outside to the garden and get some rosemary for the food. When getting to a waterfall, you don't only find the rosemary, but also the script you gave Andrew, which he threw away. This infuriates you, so you confront Andrew about it. He doesn't want your help, but you use his guilt in this situation to manipulate your way into being able to scriptwrite for Andrew's game, saying how he needs you to lean on to carry his burdens. The next chapter is short, but sees you at a farmhouse within a storm. After patching up the holes in the wall, you get into bed, but something watches you sleep. What the hell was that? Scene 6 now sees Andrew being evicted from his home, moving in with you. He carries his boxes up from his car, and you decide to snoop and see what's in them. In one of the boxes, you find a trophy that Andrew won for best art direction for his games, and you decide to throw it away as you see it as junk. Why would you do such a thing? He clearly was proud of that. Even if he didn't win best game, you just got rid of it behind his back. You both then head to the roof to drink beers and talk. The conversation gets a bit dark. You start talking about death and how your father died in a fire. You have childhood trauma from seeing your father's body in his coffin and have no way to release these pent-up feelings, whilst Andrew does through game development. This makes you jealous, and the voice in your head gets louder. The next chapter is short again, and sees you exploring a broken demo of one of Andrew's games. It leads you to a dark room with a tumour growing, a darkness that's been growing for a while in the back of your mind. Scene 8 is called Trapped, and very important as it starts with you talking to Andrew, glazing him about how much fan support he has, the attention he gets, the legacy he has. You see him as someone much better than you, a god. Now, when you leave your apartment, something is off. The hallway is not the same, and it leads you to a testing chamber. Pressing each button spawns a man hanging by a rope, and as you carry on pressing the buttons, the light goes out. All that is left is the corpse of the person who was strung up. You snap back to reality and feel sick and head to the bathroom, but instead there is a ladder. This leads you into a corrupted world yet again, where you're being chased by something in the darkness, and also meet a twisted version of yourself holding a knife. This conversation with your inner self reveals how you don't understand how Andrew can be seen as always right and you as always wrong. You don't want to feel less than him. You then decide the best course of action moving forward to get Andrew to move out is to get this game finished, so Andrew has enough money to leave. It's not like he's going to do it. You've practically been making the game yourself at this point, so you have to take over. The game will be nothing without you. You have to take control to leave your legacy, so you don't end up like your father. The next chapter is called Sailor, and is very disturbing. The boat you're on is running low on fuel, so you have to start tearing it apart to keep the fire burning. However, you run out of resources, and have to resort to extreme measures. You start to dismember your own arms, putting them in the fire, and then chop away at your legs, resulting in you dragging your body across the floor to move around. Gross. You are then revealed to be playing as Andrew, and the boat and fire are a metaphor for both Andrew's game and Ivan, and how Ivan is infecting the game that Andrew is making, burning it to the ground to keep himself ablaze. Returning to your apartment, you can't sleep, so you turn the TV on. This wakes Andrew up, who's sleeping on the floor, showing the secret abuse you put upon him. This leads to an argument about the game, and how Andrew just wants you to take a back seat and stop trying to take over. Andrew then challenges you about how you are the one who wanted to help. Andrew never wanted it. He flat out rejected it at first, but you believe that you are helping out the kindness of your heart, meaning Andrew now owes you something. You let Andrew move in with you, and you are helping with his game. Andrew should be grateful. You then start insulting Andrew about how he is leeching off you. So Andrew finally announces he is moving out. Your abuse, being made to sleep on the floor, you're going to kill him. This shocks you, as it wasn't something that you expected. It's not actually something you want. The truth is, you need Andrew, not the other way around. You're then sent to a church and find your father's child corpse within a coffin. The conversation you have shows how you still believe you will end up like your father, dead without leaving anything behind, a nobody. You rush home and told to get the axe to use against Andrew, but he is already gone. Chapter 12 then sees the outcome of Andrew leaving. He left in a rush, leaving behind most things like his computer. Walking down the corridor, we are jumped by the tumor. The darkness is getting larger and more aggressive within our minds. This then transports us to a fake reality of you and Andrew sitting at a table with your mother. This false scenario is your inner voice talking to yourself, judging you, and coming to the reality of your situation. You treat Andrew as a punching bag, listing endless insults as his mother shames him for making Roblox games, as it's not art. Your father then comes into the room, in his burnt state, and just stares at you. Everyone else disappears, and your father tells you to step up and take things into your own hands. You can't fix Andrew anymore. The game is yours. You take the axe that was on your wall in your apartment and climb a flight of stairs. You find Andrew kneeling, unable to defend himself, and you lift the axe, chopping him in half. After, you published the game. Now you return to your apartment building and are outside taking out the trash. Getting back inside, Andrew appears behind you, shouting your name. You spam the elevator buttons to try and avoid him, but he manages to grab you and throw you to the floor. He is mad that you published the game, as you did it behind his back, and you took control over the thing he made. He hates you. He thought you would kill him, so he escaped you in a rush, leaving his computer, and you took advantage of that, publishing the game, to try and leave your legacy, but all it did was ruin your friendship with someone you loved. We now enter Ivan's mind, a maze that you explore, being hunted by the tumor that has been growing inside you, the darkness that's been consuming your mind. It chases you, and the only way to escape is by trapping it in a containment. However, to escape, you have to return to it and press a button, but it is no longer there. Getting to the exit and it shows up again, coming for you. Escaping through a door, you enter a museum of sorts. There are quotes left by Andrew. It is revealed that Andrew will be releasing all of his games with the evidence of your abuse towards him. He talks about how the games developed were stepping stones of hope for a blossoming career. However, you took that away from him with your abuse. You started off being someone who inspired him to carry on with game creation, even if it was failing, as your constant admiration gave him value, but it turned into something dark, an obsession, and need to impose yourself on his work so you could leave a legacy. You didn't care if your actions hurt him. Reading these messages actually brought a few tears to my eyes, which I didn't realize could be seen from my webcam. It is now the final chapter, simply named Bad Things. It is a disturbing journey through Ivan's mind as he is hunted by several creatures. A monster hunts you in the dark. A disturbed VHS man slowly follows you through your farmhouse, and even the dark reflection of you tries to take your life as you try to defend yourself with your axe. These are all metaphors for the fact that Ivan's obsession with leaving a legacy is too strong. After hitting Ivan for the last time, you find yourself climbing a ramp, leading you to the corpse of Andrew. You retrieve your axe from his lifeless husk. You then caress his cheek and kiss him. You loved Andrew. He was someone that you truly admired, but you killed him, as he got in the way of you leaving a legacy. The game ends with one final conversation between Andrew and Ivan. You want to apologize, but he constantly repeats the phrase, "I forgive you." This is because it is all inside your head. Andrew is dead. You can no longer ask for forgiveness. This leads you to climb the stairs of your apartment building as you want to make a name for yourself. You jump off the roof, as the only way for you to leave a legacy now is to be known as the person who took their own life. What once was is a Roblox game that isn't necessarily horror, but instead just disturbing to explore, as it will make you pretty uncomfortable. It immediately starts you in a distorted red corridor with creepy music playing in the background. You just walk down this hallway as it plays in your ears, creating this horrifying atmosphere. It feels like this tunnel goes on for ages, but a light can be seen at the end, so you enter. You are kicked with static, being told there is false hope, and to find the truth you must leave behind whatever holds you prisoner. This is a clue that tells you that you have to turn around and walk through the wall that spawns behind you. The music stops, and you are placed on a rainbow path that leads you to the world's empty vessel. This is a distorted version of the classic Roblox experience. The voice then speaks to you, telling you that you're in limbo, the place between heaven and earth. It's just an empty shell of what once was. You are also told that your persistence in exploring this game will be the death of you sooner rather than later. To get to the next world, you enter a black portal. The place you enter has a more somber atmosphere, as everything's blue and peaceful music replaces the disturbing one from before. The voice says that this place once belonged to a civilization that lived in extreme heat, so they tried to find something colder. This unfortunately came in a snowstorm, wiping out the population. Now all that remains is a temple to commemorate the memory of the people who screamed in despair. Entering another portal takes you to a mirrored reality, a place that is both black and white. The voice then speaks about how perfection may be impossible, but this should not stop you from achieving what you truly desire. Don't stop yourself from going after the thing you want. Keep on grinding, there may be bumps in the road, but you can do it. Carry on down the path. You stop at an impasse, being told you have no reflection. Is it because you believe you are not enough? Or is your existence useless? Even if you feel that way, it's okay. Things do get better. Your present self can be a reflection of your future. In a few years, you may look back on yourself at this very moment, being happy with how you have achieved so much. The present is perfect. It doesn't matter if you don't fit in. All that matters is that you keep on living and persevering through both the bad and the good. You enter another portal and are sent to a desert. It's warm, hot even. The world used to be a forest, but now it has died because of the heat of the sun and the lack of water. Heading to a fountain, you give the world water once again, so it can flourish after a long time of suffering. Entering the final portal, you enter the core of your very being. Every world you just explored is the physical representation of your inner self, your deepest thoughts and fears that you have conquered. You began in darkness, but became stronger and left within the light. You are strong, stronger than you think you are. I know it, you know it deep down. Remember to always be strong. My Mouth is Rotting is a psychological Roblox game that looks into the effects of an abusive parent. The game begins with you in your bedroom, surrounded by all your favourite things. The aesthetic of the room shows you have a very alternative look, which is often seen in rebellious teens. You can interact with objects in your room, like your guitar, which you comment on how it makes your fingers bleed, and how Hugo loves it when you play, even if you think you are talentless. Looking at a picture, you can find out who Hugo is. You make another comment about how cute he is, as he is your boyfriend. You are in a relationship with him, a secret you keep from your mother, as you are both male. Entering the lounge, you find your pills lying on the table and make a remark saying how your mother makes you take them to have control over you. She is in the kitchen, a shadowy figure, as she doesn't feel like a parent to you, more like a monster. She complains how lazy you are. You sleep in your bed all day, never doing your chores. When saying you are trying, she snaps, telling you not to talk back to her and take your pills. You didn't argue back. She just doesn't seem like she loves or cares for you, so she treats you like dirt no matter what you say or do. You tell her you are going to see Hugo, whom she only believes is your friend. What would she do if she found out the truth about your relationship? You head to his house and meet him. He tells you that his mother isn't home, but his sister is, which is fine. You then head to the bathroom. You look in the mirror to see how ugly you are. Your negativity consumes you. The abuse from your mother has a hold over you, and you feel like you are nothing. You question why you can't be enough for your mother. You just want her to love you, but all she does is insult you. What did you do to warrant this abuse from her? You then talk to Hugo's sister, who is lying down. Apparently, your boyfriend always talks about you. At least someone cares. However, his sister says he has a horrible taste in partners. Why is everyone so mean to you? What did you do to deserve this? Hugo may stick up for you, but the words still cut deep. You then head to the kitchen. Hugo has made you food as you barely eat yourself. Your depression and poor mental health have caused you to develop an eating disorder. You manage to force the food down as your boyfriend made it for you. It's the least you can do. Going outside, you can interact with a flower. This takes you back home, where you can overhear a conversation your mother is having over the phone. She's telling the person how they are lucky to have such a good kid, and how you are just lazy. She talks horribly about you behind your back. She clearly despises you. She wishes you were never born. You're a curse to her, not a blessing. After a nap, you head back to the lounge where your mother is standing, going through your phone. She has read the messages between you and Hugo. She has found out about your relationship and is disgusted about what she has read. She says how it's against mother nature, against God. It's unnatural. You can't be getting freaky with a guy, so she kicks you out on the street, disowns you. She has finally found an excuse to be rid of you.
You can run from your problems, but you can never hide from them. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, these thoughts will always find you. Why should anyone love someone like you? Your mum was right. You truly are a helpless child. Give up.
The game ends with you taking your own life, being run over by a car. This game is so upsetting, showing how an abusive parent who doesn't support or care for their child can cause them to take their own life. I am sorry if you experienced anything similar to this game. You are loved, you are cared for, don't be ashamed about who you are. Shell Street is a very disturbing horror game that can be found on Roblox, exploring the murderous secrets unfolding in a small town. The game begins with a 911 call from a concerned neighbor. She has heard someone breaking into the house next door and has been hearing strange noises ever since. You are the sheriff and head to the house to investigate. You greet the husband of the caller. He says no one has answered the door, but you still go and have a look.
Sheriff's apartment. Anybody home?
No one answers. So you go behind the house and knock on the back door. Still no answer, so the only solution is to break down the door. The kettle has been left on and is boiling over. Strange. If there is no one home, Why would this be here? Entering the corridor, and my god, bloodstains cover the floor and walls. Going upstairs, and plant pots are knocked over. There has been some sort of fight that has gone too far. The blood leads to the main bedroom, and when entering, the bodies of the family, including the children, are dead in the bed. It's a horrifying sight for anyone, and shocking to have happened in such a small town. The game then skips a few years, and he now plays a man who is moving into the same house as the murder. The person who helped move your boxes cross country says he isn't going to help you take them into the house, and instead is going to go to some diner and eat, leaving you to do it yourself. What a bum. It's weird walking in the corridors of this house, as just seconds ago, blood was covering the walls. You take each box into the house, with one having to be put outside because it's unknown, but all that was inside is a picture of your dog to remember your father. The sheriff then arrives, giving you a very suspicious warning about not bothering people in the neighborhood and questioning people about the incident that happened in your house. You then check your emails, as the reason you have moved to Shell Street is because of a job. You then head to the local diner to meet the mover. It's also probably nothing, but when looking out the window, a man is walking by, almost like he's looking at you. The mover then drives you into town to your job, so you can go greet the boss. You talk to him in his office, and again, when looking out the window, someone is outside, this time pulling up in a car and just sitting there, not getting out, and then just driving away. What is going on? Your boss tells you to take a flash drive to a cell tower and go fix it, but warns that if the panel isn't working, you're most likely going to have to climb the ladder to the top. Well, that's great. You head into the forest to get to the tower. The area is empty. No one can be seen nearby. Getting to the tower, and surprise surprise, the power is off, and you have to climb to the top. You grit your teeth and do it, even if you are scared of heights. Using your laptop, you activate the cell tower. Your boss then calls, telling you the tower is active, and as an apology for going out your way, he offers to pay for your food at the diner, so you eat some chocolate banana pancakes. However, when leaving, a car speeds off as soon as you get outside. Was that the same car that was looking for the window earlier? Who is stalking us? After a crazy day, you just head home and get some sleep. Unfortunately, you are woken up in the middle of the night, as your window has blown open, creating a lot of noise. Someone then knocks at your door. It's the middle of the night. Who could it be? Getting to the front door, and no one is there anymore. Strange. Then, when getting back to the bedroom, the window is open again. Is someone playing a prank? Or has someone tried to break in like years ago? You then go and try and find your pills, as you think you are going schizo. And that is when cult-looking people appear in your back garden, watching you from outside. These are your stalkers, the people who killed the family at the start of the game. They clearly don't like new people who move into the town, or move into this very house. You run back upstairs in fear, back to your room, so you can get your phone and call the police. However, one of the cultists is inside and attacks you.